Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. All right. So today I want to talk about forming your LLC in out of state, in a state other than where you reside. There's a lot of misinformation that is going around about this, so I really want to talk about it. First of all, I believe there is some confusion between tax benefits and legal benefits. So while there might be some legal benefits to forming your LLC in another state, if there's not necessarily any tax benefit to forming your business out of state. So I want to talk about that. Now, usually when people are talking about forming their LLC out of state, they're looking at states like Nevada, Delaware, Wyoming, and possibly New Mexico. And one of the reasons is that these states allow a certain level of anonymity. As a matter of fact, let me grab my notes. I forgot to get that. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. So even though these states allow a certain level of anonymity, meaning that the information about the owners of the LLC isn't necessarily made public, that still does not shield you from legal entities such as the IRS or your banks or anything like that. And it also doesn't mean that you get to not pay taxes because your identity is anonymous. So that's what I'm saying, is that there might be some legal benefits, but not necessarily tax benefits. So one of the first things I want to talk about is, saving on state taxes. There is a belief that if you form your LLC in another state, that you don't have to pay taxes in your resident state if you have a higher tax amount. And that is simply not true. Even though you form your LLC in another state, you still have to register in your home state and abide by your state rules, because that is where you live. That is where you are conducting business. So if you decide to form your LLC in a cheaper state where it only costs maybe $30 to form your LLC, but then you have to register as a foreign agent in your home state, and then you still have to abide by your state rules. So if you think that by forming in another state that you only have to pay that state's taxes and not your own, that is absolutely false. You are going to pay taxes where you reside. And to understand, your LLCs, your single member LLCs, your partnerships, your multi-member LLCs, S-Corps, those are all pass-through entities. So that income, whether it's profit or loss, is going to come through to your personal return. You're going to file that in your home state. So you are still going to be paying taxes in your home state. The only other thing that you've done is that you have now involved another state where you have formed your LLC and have to pay those annual fees as well. So if you are thinking that, okay, I'm going to form this LLC in a lower tax state in order to avoid paying my home taxes, that's just wrong. That's not the way it works, okay? Now, the other thing that I'm hearing about is just that, just because it's cheaper to form somewhere else, that's where I'm going to do it. Again, you're creating another bill, okay? And I think there's also this rush to form an LLC. And I'm going to tell you to pump your brakes. Unless your business has a high chance of a liability, then it's okay to get started as a sole proprietor. There are so many people that believe that because I'm just a sole proprietor, that I'm not a legitimate business. And that is simply not true. Okay, you can get started as a sole proprietor until you figure some things out, and then go add the structure. The other rumor that is going around is that you get a tax benefit by being an LLC versus being a sole proprietor. That is simply not true. The tax benefit is still the same. If you're a sole proprietor or a single member LLC, your taxes are not going to change. The only thing that the LLC does, were two things, is that it provides a separation between you and the business. It gives the business its own identity. All right. And then it also offers you the flexibility to choose other business structures, such as, electing an S corporation treatment or C corporation treatment. The LLC allows you that flexibility that the sole proprietor doesn't. But if you form an LLC simply because you think there's some tax benefit that LLCs get that you don't as a sole proprietor, that is absolutely false. Your taxes are going to look exactly the same. The only difference is you're going to have a tax ID number for your LLC and you're going to have your business name. But otherwise, the tax implications are the same for a sole proprietor and a single member LLC. Now, the benefit of having the LLC is that, you can do more with an LLC. You can sell a LLC. You can, there's a lot, you can raise capital with an LLC, and we'll talk more about that on another broadcast. But if you're just going from a sole proprietor to a single member LLC, there is no additional tax benefits there. And so that's why I want you to, listen, please stop taking your tax advice from Facebook and getting YouTube educated. Even though I am a tax professional, okay, I explicitly state you cannot get a complete answer even if you binge watch all of my videos. Somebody has to be able to look at your entire situation to help you make a decision when it comes to these business entities. Another thing, with LLCs is these multi-member LLCs. Multi-member LLCs are treated like partnerships. Now, if you've got one partner living in one state and one partner living in another state, you still have to register in both states. Okay, it's not that you form your multi-member LLC in, Mississippi, and one person lives in Mississippi and the other person lives in California. You still have to register that business in California, even though it's registered in Mississippi, where the partners reside. Check your state law, because see, what happens is that we go to these different sites to form a business. That's what the site is designed to do. It helps you form the business. However, these sites are not volunteering the additional information. You, as a business owner, are expected to know the additional information. You're expected to know that, if you got a partnership and you've got 5 partners and they all live in 5 different states, that, you're going to have to register that partnership in all of those states. You are expected to know. And then a lot of times I get business owners who get upset because nobody told them. Well, if you did not consult with anyone before you formed this business, who's supposed to tell you? Right? Who's supposed to tell you? So listen, don't go and just go based on your street committee tax advice. Don't do that and go forming these LLCs. Invest in a consultation with an enrolled agent, with a CPA, with a business attorney. And talk to somebody before you go and form these business structures, because the money that you invest to get proper guidance is going to save you thousands over time. Because on the flip side is, if you get into these business structures and then you get caught in another state, you're essentially playing audit roulette. And then when you get elected for that audit, whether it's from the state or the feds, and all of your stuff is not in order, it is going to cost you way more on the back end than if you had basically gotten a consultation on the front end. So there's generally no benefit to you forming your business and out of state, where, other than the state in which you live. It really isn't, because you still have to abide by your state rules. So if you have a minimum tax state, Even though you tried to avoid those taxes by forming another state, you still got to pay them. And if in that state where you formed your LLC, if they've got tax rules too, then guess what? You got to pay that too. And we have 50 different states, 50 different sets of rules. So you have to know the rules for where you're operating. And 9 times out of 10, you're just going based on what you heard and not really have done the research. This is why you hire professionals, because it's our job to know these things, to help you, make the best decision for you. At the end of the day, you as a business owner, you make and own the decision. Our job is just to tell you the things that you need to know to look out for. But if you come to us after the fact, we can't fix it. It is what it is. And yeah, and 9 times out of 10, it's going to cost you more, and then you're going to be mad, right? Even when we're talking about, going from a single member LLC to an S Corp, people do that just because they hear about being able to save on self-employment tax. But there's a whole bunch of other considerations than just self-employment tax. So you're not getting the whole entire picture. This is why you need to hire professionals before the fact, okay? I can't stress that enough, okay? So, so the main takeaway is this. While there might be legal advantages to forming your LLC in another state, they're not tax advantages. 2 completely different things. So you need to know what your goal is. If your goal is to save on taxes or pay as little as possible, then you need to keep that LLC in your home state. You need to consult with a tax professional and set up, and this is what tax planning is, okay? That's what you do. But if you have specific legal concerns, then you might want to form in another state. But yet again, you're going to need to get a consultation, consult with an attorney if your concern is legal, okay? I can't help you with legal stuff. I can help you with tax stuff. I am not an attorney. Therefore, you go to a business attorney if your concern is legal. But by and large, you need to go to a professional of some sort and not just go by what you see in a post on Facebook and Twitter. You see a cute little picture on Instagram or Pinterest that gives you just not even the right information. Okay, so I really hope this helps you out. And listen, if you have a question about business structure and the tax implications, you can schedule a consult with me and we can go through that just to make sure that you are operating and moving in the right direction and you're not causing yourself more of a headache than what you were trying to do to begin with. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish, and you can come right here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.